Hey guys, welcome to Ryan's Range Report. Today we're going to take a look at one of Leupold's newest scopes, the Mark 6 3-18 by 44. If you can see, I have it here on my rifle. This is a very compact scope. I would say it's a little bit shorter, I think an inch shorter than a ERS or HTMR or XRS, and it's actually a pound lighter. It comes in at 23.9 ounces. The HTMR is 36 ounces. It has, I'm not sure if total, I think it has 100 MOA of total elevation. From my 100 yard zero, I get 20 mils of elevation out of it. It has zero stops. It has an easy way to reset the zero. It has locking turrets. The windage does not lock, but it does cap. And it has parallax that's marked adjustment on the side. So like I said, this thing is very short. If you guys seen my videos before, you've seen this rifle. It had a couple different scopes on it before. One was the HDMR, which was 3.5 to 21 power, and then I got the ERS, which was 3.5 to 21 power, and those both had 50mm objectives. So I had no problem using these same spur rings on here. Clear. The glass is definitely really nice. That's what I heard about it, and so that's why I went and picked one up. I wanted to give it a shot. The glass is exceptional. This has the Tmr Reticle, which is Leupold's tactical milling reticle. It has a clear center dot in the, a clear dot in the center, marked out of the crosshairs, so you can see, small dots if you're shooting dot drills or really far at distance. You want to be able to, make sure that you're on target. Some of the features on this scope: it is first focal plane. It is mil. It is very lightweight. It's 23 ounces, 23 or 24 ounces. It's only 12 inches long. It has double turn 10 mil per rev turrets. The total adjustment is 100 MOA. From my 100 yard zero, which it was almost zeroed right out of the box, I had to make no windage adjustments. Okay, so here we are, we're behind the scope. We're looking at the turrets. They're obviously pretty simple, easy to see. One thing you'll see is that most scopes these days have locking turrets. So the way that Leupold approached that is pinch and turn. If you just grab it here, just grab it like that, it's not going to turn. So you're going to pinch, and that turns off the lock. And turn. I keep my zero stop set a couple tenths back in case I need to make some type of field adjustment. I don't have to completely reset the zero stop. So let's get back on zero, and I'll show you how to set your zero. Not your zero stop, but your zero. To set your zero, you push in these little metal knobs that are on both sides, and this pops up. Now you spin this to wherever you're at, which I'm just going to go back to my zero. And there you go. There you have it. That's probably one of the simplest ways I've seen of setting your zero. Some of the other features with the turret are, when you get to 5 mils, now with mine you're going to see it's going to be a little bit before 5 mils, but remember I have my zero stop set back a couple of tenths. When you get to 5 mils, I don't know if you can hear that, but I can definitely feel it. There's a little detent that lets you know you're halfway around. When you get all the way around, you're going to feel that detent again when you're coming back around to zero, so this is going to be on 10 mils. Now watch right here, and you're going to see a second rev indicator. There it is. That's real easy to feel, it's real easy to see. This lets you know you're on your second rev, that you're at least at 10 mils. So if you look here, and this detent is up, you're at 12 mils, not 2. The turrets are really solid. They seem to be really repeatable. I've taken this scope out 3 times already, and it has not given me any issues. I shot it out to 1,000 yards. I know a lot of people probably think 18X isn't going to give them what they need. That's probably my minimum requirement for long range shooting. Most of my shooting is done around the 12X, 12 power, 12 to 15 power, but when you really get out there, if you're shooting at paper and doing dot drills, you want to see where you're impacting. 18X is about as low as I'll go. I was able to see clay pigeons at 1,010 yards and engage them easily. I ran the scope all the way up and down. I moved it left and right, did a box test. It checked out really nice. Okay, like I said before, the footprint on this scope is really small. If you're used to, which I am, a longer scope or a scope with a sunshade, it might look a little different to you at first. But honestly, after a day of shooting, I didn't care. The glass was exceptionally clear. The parallax worked well. It shot well. It adjusted well. It zeroed well. Everything about it was easy to use. I'm really glad that Leupold stepped up and moved forward with their optics division. I think that the Mark IV line is definitely dated. I'm really excited to see a Mark VIII, and this Mark VI worked really well for me. I'm really hoping that we can see the Tmr Reticle in the Mark VIII. I heard that it's coming. I myself don't utilize the Horus Reticle. I like to dial my elevation, hold my wind. So for me, the Tmr is perfect. This Tmr, I'm not sure with the... I've only seen the non-first focal plane before. This first focal plane one is nice. The reticle thickness is perfect. Once you get out past 5 mils, the reticle increases in thickness, and it gives you hold-offs at 10, 20, even 30 mils. So if you need to make an insane holdover, those are marked so you don't have to count each line on the way down. It does have some smaller adjustments, smaller markings. You usually have mil and half mil, as you can see here in the photo. Also down here at the bottom has a couple of tenths that you can measure by. That's good for milling. I have this scope mounted in spur rings. Spur makes a great product. I actually bought these used, and I contacted Spur because the guy didn't send the leveling kit with them, and he said when they first started making these rings that they didn't send them with them, but now they do, and he just asked me for my address and had one sent out. He actually, Randy at Mile High sent them to me. It was really nice. This is probably the fastest and easiest way I've ever leveled a scope. We're redoing our video right now on installing a scope, but it's pretty simple. You stick this in here, and then this comes under here. Probably not doing it the best way for you guys to see. And then that levels your scope out, and then you start to tighten your rings down. Simple as that. I leveled it, checked it. I wanted to do it with just this, then I checked it afterwards with the level, and it was perfect. It was on just right. As far as durability, it does seem like a pretty solid scope. I will say that my ERS, maybe it's just because it was a pound heavier, and the turrets were just more solid overall. Actually when it's on there, it's all nice and solid, but it does have the appearance of something that could be damaged, but I have no proof of that, as it's held up fine for so far. I only have 100 rounds down it so far. I'm going to use this over the next probably 6 months in matches and see how it holds up and how I like the reticle. Like I said, I shot clay pigeons at 1,010 yards with no issue seeing them. The glass is top notch. I'm really overall satisfied with this scope. For you guys that watch my channel, you'll notice something a little different about this rifle. My barrel's no longer brown. That's Patriot brown was the color that I had on it. I installed a new barrel, and to get it back quickly, I skipped paint. I switched from 260 to 6.5 Creedmoor. I had this, originally this rifle was built from Mark Gordon at Short Action Customs, and it was an absolute laser. This time though, I had it rebarreled here in Texas with Aaron Roberts of Roberts Precision Rifles. He did a great job. He taught me through the whole process, made sure I had everything the way I wanted, got it chambered just right, reamed just right, timed the break perfectly. I went out and shot it, and it absolutely hammers. One other thing I wanted to touch on was the zoom adjustment. I almost forgot about that. You got a big, wide, grippy area to grab here. You can grab it with your whole hand, and your rear eyepiece doesn't move with it. That's great. It's easy to move. It moves nice and smooth. Feels great. So that's about it for our overview of the Leupold Mark VI 3-18 by 44. Make sure and follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ryan's Range Report, and make sure and subscribe. And if you like this video, please give us a like over there in the corner. We're obviously going to have a follow-up. I'm going to do some more box testing, and I'll try and get some more videos of it shooting. And I'm about to run the OTS match with this scope, so run this scope at the OTS match, so I'll be another 200 yards down range. So stay tuned and subscribe for more updates on this scope, and we'll actually have some more Leupold scopes to be testing, as well as just a few other announcements. Thanks for watching.